Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So today, Thursday, just me here by myself, and I felt like I had a pretty productive day, all things considered. So today, I focused on the back end of the '69 Beetle. Those of you that follow our channel probably saw yesterday. I got the front end of the car pretty stripped down, lights and the wiring and so on, gas tank. So today I moved around to the back, went ahead and pulled the motor. It came out pretty easily. The only thing is this motor, because it had dual carburetors on it, dual IDFs, which I don't remember if I mentioned yesterday or not, they're actually 44s. Those and the manifolds pretty much have to come out, or else the motor is not really coming out. So it's a little bit more work to pull out a big motor, or at least a motor with dual carbs than a stock motor, just because you've got to pull the carburetors and the intake manifolds, and they're pretty hard to get at on a Beetle, especially the bolts toward the firewall. And anyway, not a big deal. So yeah, the motor came out without real, any real drama per se. Pretty easy overall. It was missing a bolt. Let's see, the motor was missing this bolt here. It was not in, but the two bottom studs were bolted in, and the top one that also goes through the starter was in. I just thought it was kind of interesting. Not a big deal. I'm sure it could probably run for many years like that. Anyway, of course, we'll correct that when it goes back together. I did kind of do some investigation on the motor, try and figure out what we have here once I got it out. And judging by the cylinders and kind of how they look and the fins and how close the studs are to the cylinders themselves, I'm quite sure that these are big bores. I'm not sure what size. I would guess this is probably an 1835, maybe 1776. The other thing that I did was I did determine what the stroke is. Here's a good trick for you guys. Literally a coffee stirrer, and with the spark plug out, you can put it pretty level in the spark plug hole until it touches the piston, and then you're going to run the piston until the popsicle stick goes in as far as you can, or as far as it can. You can see I just marked kind of conveniently where the edge of the spark plug hole is there, and then slowly rotated the motor by hand until the level popsicle stick came out as far as it was going to go. Mark that area you can see there, and then pretty much just measure between the two lines. Boom, 69 millimeters. So it's a stock stroke. I don't know if it's a counterweighted crank or anything like that. I'm guessing probably not. This seems to have been a very mild performance motor, so probably a stock non-counterweighted crank. I haven't pulled the flywheel yet, but oh, actually, well, let's see. I can actually see it there. Okay, it is 8 doweled. So that being the case, yeah, who knows? Maybe it's got a bitchin' crank in it. But I guess we'll find out. So this is going to go to Proformance, the shop that builds our motors, and he'll tear it down. And as soon as he gets it apart, he'll let me know exactly what's inside there. Again, I'm quite sure it's a 69 millimeter stroke, but it may be counterweighted. Who knows? It does appear to be 8 doweled. So the stock, for those of you that don't know, there were only 4 dowel pins that held the flywheel to the crank. And you can see here, there's 8 around the perimeter. So yeah, definitely some performance in mind for this motor when it was built. I did pull off the valve covers. It has it does appear to have stock rockers, which Volkswagen were 1.1 to 1 on these later motors, but it does have what's called a solid rocker shaft kit. It does have single springs, but I don't know if they were so-called heavy-duty single springs. Definitely not dual springs. I measured to the best extent I could the lift at the valve, and it appears to be about in the neighborhood of 400 thousandths. So I believe it is a performance cam, maybe like an Engel 100 or 110 or something with the 1.1 rockers. I don't know if I mentioned or not, it does have aftermarket chromoly push rods, and then it's got these aftermarket push rod tubes, which I think I had pointed out before because you can see them even when the motor's in the car. What else? It had an electronic points replacement module in the distributor. The distributor is an actual German 009 distributor, so that's actually a really good combination with the Weber IDFs. I think those are kind of the main things about the motor as far as, you know, what it's got going on. So yeah, we'll find out more and I'll let you guys know. The other thing is I pulled the transmission out today, and that is going to go also tomorrow to the other shop that I used to build transmissions. That also came out without any real drama per se, but the CV joints, the bolts that hold those to the output flanges of the transmission. So the heads, they use these 12-point socket type things, kind of like an Allen bolt, but with star-shaped 12 points instead of a regular like hex Allen. Anyway, 3 on this side and 1 on this side were actually stripped, so I had to get in there and drill the heads on those and use a bolt extractor on those. Hopefully that's not the case on the outer ones, which also have to come out, but for now I was mainly focused on getting the transmission out, so I only pulled the inner ones. But yeah, that was about the only thing on this car so far that's fought me, is those stupid stripped heads on the CV joints. Other than that, I don't think I have broke a single bolt. Usually on these cars you break at least a few bolts here and there because they're so old and bolts are rusted in place. But honestly, yeah, this car has been pretty great to work on so far. Things have been coming off pretty cooperatively, and yeah, so I think tomorrow I'll probably go ahead and pull out the windows, pull the door handles, disassemble the doors, you know, get all this trim out of here, and then probably go ahead and pull off this rag top mechanism. And then I believe that Monday our guy that we're using for paint and body is going to start on the bodywork, so that's kind of exciting. This thing's going to move right along. So yeah, tomorrow motor and transmission will go off to their respective builders. We'll finish the disassembly of the car, we'll throw the back wheels back on it, and yeah, probably Monday it's going to roll on its way to get the bodywork started. The owner did come by today, and we decided, well, he decided, obviously, ultimately it's his decision. So we're going to dechrome it. We're going to remove these, fill these in. We're going to shave the fenders, so these will be gone. And we're going to put some little like cowlick style indicators probably right there or maybe there. We'll see. And what else? Yeah, he also said let's go ahead and get rid of the exhaust cutouts. So those are going to be gone. And he also said he wants to run T-bars, which I'm super happy about. So yeah, T-bars in the back, and then that apron being smoothed out. It's going to look super clean. And then likewise in front, T-bars with the indicator shaved, and then neat little clean, the round ones that you guys have probably seen on some cowlick cars, kind of old school style. So yeah, and then the owner still has to decide on the color, but he's got some time on that. So that is it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.